Come, come on in. I know it's kind of late, but come on in. How's everybody doing today? Wow, what a past few days. I'll make sure I post it. What a very packed past few days. And okay, I see you coming in now. I am excited. How y'all feeling today? I know y'all in the house still on quarantine. So it's a question and so I am excited. First of all, thank you for sharing your time, to be able to just quiet things down. It's interesting because many of you have been following the page and just following really all the social media platforms. We are on YouTube. So if you're missing some of these ones on this page, you can go to YouTube under Black Men Meditate, and you'll see the logo that's on the top right corner of your screen. So you'll be able to kind of check in there, subscribe, because there are going to be a lot more videos getting ready to push out on guided meditations, manifestation. So one of the questions that I asked in the comment section is, what should be the next 30 days be about? Whether it's manifestation or mindset, manifestation, how to utilize affirmations and writing things down, and how in the mind, what it begins to do, it allows you to think as if you already have it, which in turn helps you manifest it. And there's a few different ways that you'll be able to do that. And I'm excited by just sharing some of that. Also mindset. One of the biggest things that I see individuals now is that they don't know how to turn off their mind to be able to see things come to fruition or maturation. They don't know what a winner's mind looks like, a successful mind looks like. What are those thoughts? What are those things that I'm supposed to be thinking on to see some of the things that I'm desiring come to pass? So a lot of individuals, when it comes to mindset, I always say, if you can train the mind, you can train the life. For me, I had to change the way that I was thinking about life and love and things like that, so that I can see it manifest in my life. So when you understand how to utilize mindset in your daily walk, your daily practice, you'll begin to see things changing in your life. And it's coming from a standpoint that I am believing what I am seeing, or I am seeing what I've been believing. So how do you get to that place? So whether it's going to be manifestation or mindset, these next 30 days is going to be absolutely awesome. So if you've been following along, we have literally been taking a beautiful journey, walking you from the process of how to meditate, or what's the best practice to meditate, all the way to the techniques, the 3 phases of meditation, which is relaxation, intention, and then your return. Being comfortable, relaxing. What is your intention for why you're looking to meditate? And then moving on into the meditation practice as well, and how important those particular areas are in your development. When you're able to sit down and be quiet and be still and just watch things manifest in your life is always going to be the key. And I said I was having a rough day today because I was beating myself up so much, because, as you know, every day I've been doing these meditations. I missed yesterday, which is 26, which is the day 26. which is interesting. I missed that because that's one of what I call my power numbers. And I was getting on myself. So I just wanted to share very quickly with what I like to call flow and balance. Flow and balance. And the reason I wrestled with it because I felt that you gotta be on, gotta be on, gotta be on, gotta be on. But when are those areas in your life that you find that you may miss it, that you may be off your game a day, or that you may not be in an ideal situation or position at that moment? And how do you get a churning of a certain pattern to be able to see success in your life? So I felt that if you miss that day, oh man, I missed that day, so everything's off. And so many individuals find themselves right there. You had a bad day, or you had a bad 30 seconds, or a bad 30 minutes, or a bad half of the day, and how it can ruin the whole rest of your day. It's understanding that whenever you start the practice of meditation, it is about just like natural flow. Think about your thoughts when you meditate, how they must come and go. It has to be fluid and flowing. And sometimes you're going to be in a position where you're not going to always get it. You're not always going to hit the mark. You're not always going to hit your target. But the truth of the matter is whether you are able to find that balance. And what I mean by balance, what happens usually when individuals start anything, we can start with January 1st, resolution. Everybody and their mama is in the gym, and their daddy too. They're in there, they're working out, they're doing all these things, and they've gotten themselves in a position where their thought process is, I need to do this. But what happens is the process of sometimes monotony, or man, this is hurting me, or I'm pushing myself beyond the limits of what I think I'm able to. We miss a day. Next day come where we can get it right and find that balance, we miss another day. And then a day turns in a week and a month. And before long, we find ourselves back on the next January 1st, trying to create another resolution. Everything must balance. So whenever you find yourself that you missed the mark, that you didn't give your all, or you missed the day, like I did yesterday, I had to understand that it's okay. That's the balance. I wasn't going to miss another day. So that's why I'm here with you today. But finding that balance is so key in this thing called life, because sometimes you may feel that you're getting weighted with so much of one thing and not another of the other. And because of that, it throws you off balance, because you feel that if I get enough of this, then this will be okay. But it's about finding that balance, the good and the bad. There are going to be days that you're going to be up, you're going to be ready to rock and roll, close deals, make it happen. There are going to be days you'll be like, man, am I really doing what I should be doing in life? So it's about finding that balance. And that balance is so key. So for me, when I sit down on a mat, when I sit down to meditate, or just to be quiet and to be still, it's my way of finding a balance again. And when I sit down on a mat, I might have had an anxious day, a stressful day, a day full of anxiety, a day full of frustration. And when I sit down and I quiet myself out, this is what's happening. Now I'm balancing myself again. Now I'm finding that balance, because it's not too much of one to where I think this is as good as it's going to get. But when I sit down on the mat, when I quiet myself, I'm able to now find that balance again. Because once I find that balance, I can think clearly. And I can think from a place of focus, and I can now move according to that pattern that I'm setting forth. And so often we get to that place. We're so anxious, or we get so down on ourselves because we miss the mark. And as Black men, we do it so often. Man, I got to make sure this is done, make sure that is done. And we find ourselves out of balance because we're trying to run to become or be something that we might not even have to be right now. So because of that, now I'm frustrated. And when I'm frustrated, I act out of emotions. When I act out of emotion, I'm not thinking. I'm no longer thinking. So what allows me to find that balance again? That's when I quiet myself and I go within. And I see, okay, where are those places in my life that I need to shift and change? And how do I get there? How do I do it? How do I get to that place where I'm able to find balance in my mind, balance in my thoughts? And for many individuals, that's what they're looking for. They're like, okay, man, look, help me find that balance. So when I sit down with brothers and we go through the meditation practices, and just so you know, I'm getting ready to do a 6-week challenge as well. for Black Men Meditate, to really get on and do 6 weeks of just accountability. Let's find ourselves accountable. Hey, bro, did you find that quiet place today? Did you sit still today? Or how was your day? I mean, did you find yourself being too angry and not enough peace? Or did you find yourself being lacking courage and not enough joy or love? Where's that balance at? So once we find that balance, then I'm able to command what I'm desiring to see. I'm able to move to a place that I'm able to say, okay, this is where I desire to see my life move. And it's about being confident in that. When I sit down on the mat, I am who I am. I take off the mask, I take off the facade, none of that matters. And what meditation does, it allows you to be content with who you are and where you are at that place, knowing that there's something greater. And all the answers can be found inside of you. So it's understanding that look here, when I get down and I get quiet and I get still and I'm breathing and I'm understanding and I'm feeling and I'm full of focus and joy and love, that when I'm in this state right here, that I'm able to quietly begin to shift and change things in my life. What do I want to see? And sometimes when we don't have a image of the type of man, type of Black man, or the type of individual that want to be, everybody can add to your equation, because everybody will begin to define you based upon what they think about you. And that may not even be you. So you find yourself trying to become more of what they say when that's not you. So it's about knowing that when I get quiet, I'm able to say, okay, this is what I desire. And even if we do those 30 days of manifestation, there are going to be a lot of things that I'll have you to write down at least once a day. Hey, I want you to write this down a certain amount of time, because there's a power in repetition. Write the vision, make it plain. There's power in repetition. So those things that you are writing down, believing that you're able to manifest it and that it will come true. There are things that if I speak it or if I write it down, I already believe it. And nobody can take it away from me. And nobody can tell me otherwise, because I am concrete in what I know is and can be. Outside of what I may see, what I may feel sometimes, I already know. So how do you get yourself to a place like that to be able to manifest from a state of a positive mindset? Because so many of us, we have such a negative view on who we think we are or who we are. Our negative view, because why? Somebody told you were something and you believed it. So you have the ability to not go in there and say, well, nope, that's not who I am. It's almost like, it's funny that I use this, but Grouch from Sesame Street, whenever he got in there, you'll see him be in that trash can, be like, nope, don't want that, don't want that, don't want that. You have the ability to do the same thing. So what are those things you like? You're saying these things no longer serve me. It's no longer who I am. I can't be called by that name anymore. All right, this is what I desire to see in my life. Where are those areas in your life that you're able to say, you know what? Okay, now I'm able to find that balance. I'm able to recreate myself. And what a time to recreate yourself. In the midst of everything going on in the world right now, you have the ability to recreate and write a different story. And for some of us, we're so scared to do that. I can tell by some of the individuals that inbox on Black Men Meditate's inbox, but don't come on a live or don't say anything in a live, because we are afraid of what people will say or think. Oh man, you doing that meditation thing? Yeah, man. And my life is changing, because it's allowed me to be still and to be calm. So with individuals like that, you want to move to a place of understanding that I got to find that balance. That if I don't get it right today, there's always tomorrow. But get every attempt to get it right. So when I missed yesterday, I was like, man, I can't believe I missed yesterday. But I had to understand it's okay. But find that balance. Come on, jump back in it. Jump back on the practice. Go within so you don't go without. So I was able to see so much this weekend. And just in terms of just how individuals are able to change. And I'll tell a story. And it is the craziest story, but I'm going to tell it anyway. My twin sister, we visited her this weekend. And while we're sitting there, she had this dog named Fletcher. And Fletcher was abused, like seriously abused by men. His owner abused. So whenever he saw a man coming out, he would go crazy, like want to bite everything. And this is about 3-4 years ago. So it was interesting that my sister ended up adopting for a period of time these children. And one of the little boys loved Fletcher, like absolutely loved Fletcher. So they're sitting down there playing everything like that. So of course it was 5 years from that day. I come in, so I'm expecting Fletcher to act out. Because I'm like, I know how you are. I already know your past. So I know how you're supposed to act. And I came in, I remember sitting down, kneeling down, and I put my hand out like this. And he came and sniffed it. And he let me rub. And I was like, what? And as the few days that we were together went on, it just showed that when Fletcher received the love that he needed, how it changed, totally transformed him, even as a dog. Because when individuals love properly, they exhibit more of it. So some of us, we're reacting because we haven't experienced love, we haven't experienced care or concern. So we react out of a place of lack because I've never had it before. So when it is introduced and it's introduced consistently, then we're able to see the change in our life. So to even see just that example in a dog, how much more are we able to do it as humans? Are we able to exemplify love and care and concern and joy and strength and courage? It doesn't take anything from you. It adds to you. It adds to your life. It gives your life meaning and value and purpose. So when you find that balance, especially as a Black man, when I walk out there, yeah, I'm scared. Yeah, I'm nervous. I don't know what to do, but I won't allow that to dictate how I see life. I won't allow those situations to dictate who I am as a man. I won't allow it to dictate what my journey is and my life journey is. I walk around with a little bit more confidence because I know that in the midst of it all, I have the mental fortitude to deal with the chaos of the world. So I'm not reactive trying to figure out, man, no, I understand the caution of it, but it isn't dictating my life. It's not going to dictate my purpose and what I've been called to do. So whenever you get to that place of understanding, then you're able to say, man, that's the balance that I need. So now I'm operating from a place of focus and strength. I'm operating from a place of understanding and knowledge and wisdom and courage to say and do the things that I need to do. So my message tonight is just that. Calm, find that peace, that calm and that balance and that flow. Everything's going to flow. It has to. Everything has to move. Currency, current. Everything has to move that's living. So it's understanding that it allows you to move from a place of peace and strength. So as you continue on meditative practices and being still and being concrete and just knowing, you're able to see things manifest in your life. So as we continue on these last few days of the 30 days of meditation challenge, I salute you. You're doing what many won't. So whether you're doing it privately, you're going to these videos later and doing it privately, continue on with it. I'm telling you, the benefit is amazing. Absolutely amazing. So as usual, if you have any questions, don't hesitate. Reach out. I'll begin the next group here soon for the 6-week challenge. So that's when we're going to have kind of more one-on-one or group sessions through Zoom and do some sessions like that where we just connect and for whether it's for 5 or 10 minutes, we're able to just be still, whether we choose a certain time to do it or not. I'll let kind of the decision come to me on what we're going to do, but I'm excited. Like I said, it's a daily practice. It's a daily practice. You make the decision on what you're going to become. Nobody else but you. So stay in that place. But hey, I salute you. Happy Saturday night. Yeah, it is Saturday night. And hey, keep pushing. Keep pushing. If you're doing these 30 days of meditation, I salute you because it's not easy to commit to something and see it to completion, see it through. If you haven't heard anything else, if you're getting weary, you're like, man, I ain't got time, see it through. I don't care if it's a minute, 30 seconds, just be still. Give yourself that. All right? So I salute you on your journey. Take care. Black Men Meditate.